So with the new update in GTA Online that has added the HSW vehicles on PC, I think it is about time that I did a sort of top 5 best HSW vehicles. I mean, even just picking a top 5 is extremely hard. Obviously, this really comes down to personal preference and your overall opinion of these HSW vehicles. But for the most part, after having all of the HSW vehicles, I have tested pretty much all of them with their various different features, and at least right now in GTA, these are my top 5 that I would also recommend to you. So without any further ado guys, let's get into the video. Before we even start off with the 5th spot, I will quickly show you guys how you can find every single HSW vehicle. So to go ahead and do this and actually see which vehicles have these HSW upgrades, you want to first of all go into the LS car meet. Once inside here, you want to head over to this garage sort of space where you can mod your vehicles, and in this area you will see a laptop. If you walk over to this laptop, you can then press right on the D-pad and you will get a list of all of the HSW vehicles. It will also tell you what website these vehicles are on. Unfortunately, once you press the website, it will not take you guys directly to the vehicle, but still a pretty cool feature. So to really get things started, we have our 5th vehicle. This choice might be a little bit controversial, but I decided to go for the Hakuchu Drag. In terms of its performance on the road, the Hakuchu Drag is easily one of the best HSW vehicles, and I pretty much use this for all of the HSW time trials. It also has a ridiculous top speed, along with some amazing acceleration. And what really sets the Hakuchu Drag apart from some of the other HSW vehicles will be its traction, especially if you guys use the handbrake every so often. You will be able to take corners with ease. It is also currently the only bike with these HSW features. I really think that Rockstar should add at least another bike. You guys might be wondering why I put this at the 5th spot, and it really comes down to having no Amani tech. So if you guys do play in GTA Online sessions, people on Oppressor Mark 2s will be able to lock onto you, so it sort of just ruins the overall experience of this bike. It is still extremely fun though, and I would still recommend this, especially for your HSW time trials. Onto the 4th spot, I decided to go for the Lacarouse. Honestly, I cannot say how good the Lacarouse is. It only just gets beaten by the other HSW vehicles, which are higher in this list, but the Lacarouse just has so many different advantages. The first one is of course the Amani tech with the missile lock-on jammers, which will make this a really nice vehicle to use in public sessions. The second advantage of the Lacarouse will be its traction and handling. Compared to a lot of HSW vehicles that really suffer and skid out so much, the Stinger TT, the Lacarouse literally feels like a normal vehicle. It is also an electric car, so you guys will be able to hit some really nice top speeds pretty quickly with its really nice acceleration. And probably the biggest advantage in my opinion, probably just around the Amani tech, is the fact it will not skid out when you drive over different bushes. A lot of vehicles suffer from this as well, but you will see in the gameplay that I can just drive over these things with the Lacarouse and it does not get affected, and I cannot express to you guys just how annoying this is, especially if you guys are getting pursued by enemies or even online players. If you drive over an off-road patch with these different type of bushes and then you just skid out, especially going at super fast speeds, the chase would be over and you are pretty much dead. I also really like how the Lacarouse looks in its design. It does not really look like a normal vehicle. It does look very unique. A really solid choice if you want to pick up a HSW vehicle. Onto the next vehicle where we really step things up. We have the Italy GTO Stinger TT. In my opinion at least, I think this vehicle has been at the top of the HSW category for such a long time now, pretty much ever since it was released. There is of course one of the biggest downsides with this vehicle, and that will be its traction. Out of all of the HSW vehicles I have used, the Stinger TT really is one of the worst in this section. Luckily enough, this has some really nice upgrades. It first of all has the standard Amani tech with the missile lock-on jammers, making you a much harder target. But where this really stands out is the armor plating. Rarely any of the HSW vehicles do have this armor plating upgrade, so this is honestly huge, and it will actually make your vehicle much more explosive resistant. It does look like this upgrade actually changes with different vehicles. For example, the Stinger TT can only take 2 RPG rockets before it is completely destroyed. However, this is still a really nice, because just think about a scenario where you guys are trying to escape an Oppressor Mark 2, for example. They accidentally hit you with a missile, and because you have the armor plating, you do not instantly blow up. I also think that is a really nice thing. If the Stinger TT did not have the armor plating upgrade, I don't even think I would include it, because overall it is pretty horrible to drive. Onto our next vehicle, we have the Banshee GTS. The reason I put the Banshee GTS just above the Stinger TT is pretty much for the opposite facts of the Stinger TT. The GTS will beat the Stinger TT in overall top speed, and it also has the traction and handling to back it up. The GTS can also be equipped with the Omani Tech missile lock-on jammer, however it will not have the armor plating. Even without the armor plating, the GTS is easily one of my favorite HSW cars. I absolutely love just driving this around the city and using it for different missions where I cannot use the Oppressor Mark II. You'll be able to complete things so fast, get around the map so fast, and overall just have the most fun. And at the end of the day, that is what this is all about. Before we move on to our first and final spot, one honourable mention that I could think of would be the Ubermac Niobe. There is a really good reason I did not include this, and it is really down to not having the missile lock-on jammer. In terms of its performance on the road, the Niobe really does perform similar to the GTS. It is also a hybrid vehicle, so you get that really nice acceleration with it being half electric, and you get a really nice top speed. The traction and handling of the Niobe as well is just really nice. I remember when the Niobe was released with the HSW upgrades, and I was actually in shock after using the Stinger TT for so long. But now for our first HSW car that I think that you guys should try and get, this one will be a bit different. You might be thinking, what the hell could it be? And I actually went for the Bravado Buffalo EVX, and there is a really strong reason that I included this, especially at the first spot. It has everything that the Stinger TT has, however it will be an electric vehicle, giving you guys that really nice and speedy acceleration. The top speed is really respectable as well. It is not the fastest HSW vehicle by any means, however the top speed is still really nice. The main reason I think this is the #1 spot is because the armor plating upgrade completely makes this so nice. If you guys remember when I destroyed the Stinger TT with 2 RPGs, I genuinely thought that everything with this armor plating would just be 2 RPGs and that was it, but it does turn out that the EVX can actually withstand so much more. In this clip here, it looks like it takes 5 RPGs. I even retested this because honestly I was in shock. Along with the armor plating, it also has the Omani Tech upgrade with the missile lock-on jammer, so at least at the moment in GTA Online, I definitely think that this is probably your best option in terms of the HSW vehicles. But to really summarize this for you, if you want the fastest possible HSW car, you want to select the Banshee GTS. If you want the most armor heavy and something really built for public sessions that is still extremely fast, you definitely want to go for the EVX. And if you guys want a fun vehicle that is super controllable, your Lacrosse will be a great pick. And then for something to complete the HSW time trials every single event, the Hakuchu Drag will be your best bet. So yeah guys, in total, what do you think about all of these vehicles? Feel free to suggest some of your favorites in the comments below. I'm sure that you guys have tried some different HSW vehicles. There are some lesser known ones, for example the Karen Vivanite. I think someone on my recent video did comment saying that this was a soccer mum vehicle, and I don't think I have tried this one out since it launched, so it might be quite surprising to use. But yeah guys, hopefully you can use this top 5 list, make a really nice decision and pick up your first or even second HSW vehicle, especially if you guys play on the PC platform. I'm sure that you guys will have a blast with these things. But anyways guys, that will wrap it up for this video. If you went on to enjoy this or maybe want a different list, leave your ideas and comments below. And as always, if you guys like the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.